Hey guys, today's Bible verse is 1 Timothy 5 and 8. And I know some of you guys know this verse. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith, and is worse than an infidel. And so you're lazy, go get a job, don't quit sitting around the house. If you're a man, go to provide. No, that's not what the context of this verse. There's two contexts with this. One, in the passage that you read this verse in, Paul's talking about taking care of young widows, older widows, taking care of a woman who has lost their husband. And he's talking about, even as a church, how Christians are to take care of widows. So that's one context of what he's talking about. But you can apply it to your own life, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing and providing. But the second context of this verse is it's mainly somebody who has these things. It's not only even finances. It could be finances. It could be for possessions, property. You lend your car, let somebody in the house. Clothes off your own back. You've heard of people say, they were so nice they gave their own clothes off their back, or willing to do that. You've even, there's different ways. Sitting there listening to somebody, having compassion on somebody, helping them in that way, emotionally, mentally, physically, any type of help. If you can provide and you deny it, then you've denied the faith. You've denied being a Christian, just for the fact of, even Jesus himself said, if you feed somebody, if you give them something to drink and they're thirsty, or if you visit them in prison, it's like visiting him. It's like feeding him or giving him drink. That's the definition of being a Christian. It's love, compassion. It's all the different fruits of the Spirit. And Paul even points it out even more, that even it's worse than an unbeliever. Because he's saying even non-believers that don't believe in God, they take care of their relatives. They take care of their family, in those different categories. So how much worse is it if you don't do those and you claim to be a Christian? So those are the two contexts. So quit calling people lazy and tell them to go get a job, because if they're actively trying, and I'm going to point out another perspective that my wife used this verse to me the other day to uplift me. And if you're actively trying, you're a man trying to provide for your family, but it just does not seem like it's enough, and you feel hopeless, you feel less than, you feel like you're trying your best, but you just don't understand why you're just so saddened by it. But can I tell you, not only is it worse than an infidel, but it's also that feeling. If your job as a man is to provide, how much hopeless does it feel if you're not providing enough? How could it, even a believer, a non-believer, they don't have any hope. They don't have anything to look forward to. So when you're not able to provide at a certain level, and it will get there if you pray and you seek God's face, you can get to that point to where you're providing enough. God will help. God said that he would never leave us or forsake us or let us go without food, clothes. So it'll get to that point. But of course you're going to feel down. You're going to feel, discouraged, because it's not enough, because there's no hope, because you feel like a non-believer because you're not providing. So, but continue to push on and continue to do for your family, for your spouse, even for yourself, providing. And I'm telling you, God will make a way. But quit using this verse for a hate verse, basically, is the best way I can explain it. Amen.